Here's everything you should know about the Bose A30s. So make sure you stay to the end of the video before you purchase these. So the reason I waited to post this video is because I wanted to get a good few months of usage first to see exactly how I feel about them. So now that I've used these for a few months, I can genuinely say they're amazing. But let's dive into it. So this is the bag that comes with it, and this is the headphones itself. I personally chose to get the two plugins, as because the aircrafts I'm flying, the PA-28s, the Piper Archers, are a dual plugin, so this is the one I'm using at the moment. A very important thing I want to tell you is, just make sure you spend the extra money and you get the Bluetooth handstand with it, because honestly, this is a game changer. This is the headphone itself, which comes with a microphone. The new ones even show you if you put left and your right ear. The cushions are very comfortable, the ear pads extremely nice, and it sits very well on your head. Just like this, and you can readjust this, move things about a little bit, but overall very comfortable. I had a pair of the A20s first, and then since these dropped, I traded them in. I sent back the A20s and I got the A30s. Since the last decade, the Bose A20s have been at the top of the leaderboard because of the sound quality, noise cancelling, and everything else in general. However, at $1,200, that is a very hefty price. So you might be asking yourself, is it worth it? To be honest, my answer is, if you really fly a lot and want to have the best headset, and that's what you do day in, day out, just spend the money, because you're getting your money out of it in one way or another. This is your health. Besides of buying some designer stuff or whatever that just waste money on, just spend it on a good pair of headphones. But before we get to the A30, so I purchased these at around 1,300 or 1,400. I'll show you up here. And honestly, the best purchase I've made so far. The noise cancelling in these is absolutely phenomenal. You only notice it when you use other headphones. At first when I came, I had some crappy headphones. They said they were noise cancelling, but you could hear everything except ATC. And you only realize how important listening is, especially when you start flying out, because you're not used to the conversations, the talks back and there, so you don't even know what you're listening for, and it's 10 times harder when you can barely hear it. With the Bose A30s, once I set the noise cancelling to max, I could hear very clearly and distinctively what ATC was telling me or what other aircraft in the area were trying to do. So it was much easier for me not only to listen but also to respond, because of the mic quality was better. Once again, Bose have outdone themselves, and to be honest, there's not much of a difference between the Bose A30s and the A20s. So if you don't have any headphone, I would say get the A30s. So if you already have the A20s, don't waste your money on buy these as well, thinking it's a huge game difference, but not to the extent where $1,400 is enough to cover it. You can turn on your Bluetooth and connect it to your phone, to your iPad, whatever, even connect it to the aircraft, whichever you like. But I just use it to connect it to your phone, and you can literally set your music, set audiobooks, whatever you want. You can listen to anything. What this does, the mute, mix, or the off button, allows you to switch between the different modes. So if you go on mute, as soon as anyone talks, any audio that's playing on your phone, whatever that's connected to it, it will pause immediately. So nothing will play, and all you hear is that specifically. So let's say you're in a practice area, you set the frequency, you set your music, and you're doing your pattern work, whatever you gotta do. With the mute button, the moment somebody holds the mic button down, everything stops. Your music will stop playing, anything that's already playing will stop. So you can hear everything clearly without any disruptions. Now there are also a plus and minus button, which speak for themselves. Plus to increase the volume, minus to decrease the volume. And this is not the headphone itself, this is the music that you're playing, so anything that you have. The two buttons here is where it contributes to the left ear and the right ear. So if you want more sound to come through your left ear, you just increase this one, and if you want less, you just decrease it, just like that. Very simple. Now with the mix button, as it says, it literally just mixes the audio. So you can listen to ATC or ATIS, whatever, with the song that you're listening to or whatever music playing from your phone. I don't really recommend this one because it mixes a lot. So as people are talking, another audio comes and you can't concentrate on more than one thing at a time. So I recommend just leaving it on mute. The important part is you listen to everything, because you never know what's happening, and your situational awareness must be always high. So make sure you know exactly what's going around you, and one of the best indicators is listening to the sounds. And sometimes I'm even guilty of this myself. I think I've set the right RPM, but then I can hear it in my ear that it's revving too high. You hear the engine, and I realize, oh, I need to bring it back down. Because sometimes I forget to look at it, and sometimes I start getting distracted by the MFD or the outside visual, and I can hear the engine, but I thought I've set it at the correct level. But then I hear it, I look at it, and I fix it then. So it's very important to listen and know exactly what's going on around you. Now it comes to this, as I was talking about earlier, the high, medium, and low. This is just for the noise cancelling. If you set it on high, I can pretty much say it's 90% dead silent. Like if you just have the engine running, very quiet. You can barely hear any of the outside. Medium, for the people that want to hear the engine and still get to fly and enjoy the sound. I have personally never used the low or the medium, just because I don't really care about the engine noise that much. Even with the high, I can get to hear it. But once I take off, I just want to have an enjoyable, smooth ride, so I just leave it on that. And the low, you might as well take the headphones off. if you really want to hear the engine. So that's what comes with the headphones. But again, make sure you choose the right plug-in for yourself, because some have a 5 XLR pin or 6 pins. Just gotta choose the one that's correct for you or the aircraft that you're flying. And again, just to reiterate, spend $100 or extra, whatever it is, to get the Bluetooth with it. It's worth it. Just do it, because you're spending $1,300 or whatever, so you might as well just spend a little extra bucks just to get it. Now, my final thoughts on the headphones: if you have the money and the money is not an issue for you, then you should buy these. And they're honestly expensive, to be frank with you, but the aviation industry is expensive, the world is expensive, everything costs a lot now. So besides of being cheap and trying to cut corners by using some cheaper headphones or whatever, invest in yourself, invest in some good headphones that you can buy. And honestly, everyone knows that Bose just has one of the best headphones, if not the best, arguably. So I highly recommend these, and if you can't afford them, you don't have to get these, but just know there are very good options. So one day maybe you can look up to and then get these eventually. Thank you so much for staying to the end of the video. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see more videos like this, or any comments or questions you have, drop them below and we'll make sure to respond to them. And hopefully Bose can sponsor us one day. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. Have a good day.